Alright, I'm back with another poem. You already know how this go. Alright, so this is another free verse, which means, again, it don't rhyme. This is another free verse. It's called Lost Soul. Watching the news, and I saw that John Doe died yesterday. Nobody came to claim and identify the body, so that's the name on the toe tag. John Doe. His name probably wasn't even John, but that's the universal name for unidentified bodies. As I smoke my blunt and drink my coffee, I ponder that thought and proceed to go on about my day. A week has passed now, and I'm again watching the news, and they are still looking for someone to claim John. And now I ponder the thought that his poor family must be frantic that they don't know where Mr. Doe is. I smoke a blunt and do a small 5-minute meditation for John and his family and proceed to go on about my day. A year and a half later, scrolling on the new Tacky Tips app and see my friend John's story yet again. Yes, a year and a half later, he is still John Doe. I smoked 2 blunts and shed a small tear pondering the thought that I got it wrong. Maybe John's family wasn't looking for him because he didn't have family. John began to remind me of myself in that moment, as I was an old man living in a one-room condo with no family or friends outside of my television and weed, and I hadn't left the house in maybe 10 years. Still, I went on about my day. Now, it's been 5 years and something strange happened this morning. Someone moved into my one-room condo. I tried telling them I live here and something was mistaken, but they acted like they couldn't see me, hear me, or see my stuff. I own my condo, so I figured it was a clerical error. And although this young man was rude, I figured I handled it in the morning. I'm too old and frail to fight, and I haven't had human interaction in 10 years. I'm scrolling on Tacky Tips again, and I see a podcast segment on lost souls. It intrigued me, so I tuned in. The podcaster began talking about how we are all souls living a human experience, and when our human body dies, if our soul has loved ones that hold on to us, our souls will stay with them forever. They proceeded to say that if the loved one either forgets us or accepts that we are gone and lets us go, then our souls will be put to rest or set free. But if we don't have any loved ones when we pass, our souls become lost and stuck with no one to attach to and never to be set free to rest. They went on to talk about John's Doe case in full detail, saying John Doe was an elderly man that lived alone in a one-room condo, didn't have family, hadn't left the house in over 10 years. He got everything delivered, even his weed, and never had to interact with a human life that whole time. His condo had a small air mattress that he only let up to sleep, a gaming setup, a gym area, a tiny kitchen, and a section of space where he meditated. One night, John Doe went to sleep after a normal day and didn't wake up. He was 95 years old. He went undiscovered until the neighbors began to smell a foul odor in his condo. To this day, no one claimed him. They began to sum it up by saying they believe John Doe's soul is stuck in his condo, and since he will never be set free to rest, his soul will be trapped there forever, making him the prime example of a lost soul. It was at that moment I realized John Doe was me.